Today we are going to enter into a real battle of giants. Let's talk about the 10 biggest rivals in the Premier League, that competition that has no shortage of drama, emotion, and of course lots of yellow and red cards. Do you already know, right? Leave that naughty like, subscribe to the channel, and prepare the popcorn, because what's coming is heavy. In 10th place, Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur. Starting this explosive list, we have the clash between Chelsea and Tottenham. True London classic where the rivalry goes far beyond the four lines. What makes this duel so special? It's history, my friend. The Battle of Stamford Bridge in 2016, for example, was one of those games that went down in history. Tottenham needed to win to keep their title chances alive, but Chelsea mercilessly stopped Spurs and secured the trophy for Leicester City. A tense game with 12 yellow cards and a lot of confusion on the field. And there's more. There are 63 meetings in the Premier League, and Chelsea has been the giant in this dispute. 34 victory. You can already feel the climate, right? Ninth place, Manchester United versus Leeds United. Now guys, let's go back in time and talk about a rivalry that has historical roots, literally. The clash between Manchester United and Leeds United is not just football. It is as if the ancient disputes between the houses of York and Lancaster have continued on the lawn. And who remembers Eric Cantona? Well, the Frenchman who helped Leeds win their last title in 1992 went to Manchester United soon after. And then the rivalry just caught fire. There are 30 Premier League meetings, and United have the upper hand with 17 wins. But make no mistake, when these two meet, it's war. Eighth place, Manchester United versus Chelsea. Raising the temperature, we arrive at another great duel. Manchester United and Chelsea. These two teams are synonymous with quality, guys. And it's no surprise, right? They were the two clubs that dominated the Premier League between 2004 and 2011, sharing the titles between them. The statistics of this battle are chilling. 63 Premier League clashes, with the Red Devils winning 19 and Chelsea 18. Just to give you an idea of how fierce this dispute is, 284 yellow cards and 10 red cards have already been issued in these games. That's a lot of cardboard, folks, and each match has a weight, tension that is difficult to explain. It's much more than football. It's pure rivalry. Seventh place, Newcastle United versus Sunderland. And now we head to the north of England, where the Tyne-Wear derby between Newcastle and Sunderland brings all the passion and intensity of local derbies. This confrontation is practically a battle. The two cities are neighbors and rivals in everything, and when it comes to football, things only get worse. What's most interesting about this duel is how balanced it is. There are 28 Premier League matches, with 9 wins for each side and 10 draws. And detail. There was never a 0-0 between these two in the Premier League. This shows how intense the games are and fought until the last second. And if you think these numbers are already impressive, just see how the fans go crazy every time these two teams enter the field. It's pure adrenaline. Sixth place, Liverpool versus Everton. Now, a rivalry that is the symbol of what a derby is. Liverpool against Everton. Famous Merseyside derby. This is the game that defines a city. Liverpool is red or blue, and that is taken very seriously. There are 63 games in the Premier League, with 28 wins for Liverpool and 10 for Everton. But what really draws attention is the number of red cards. That's right, folks, the Merseyside derby has 23 ejections, the most of any Premier League clash. And how can we not remember the solidarity that these two clubs showed in the Hillsborough disaster? They may be rivals, but they also know when to team up, and that makes this duel even more special. Fifth place, Manchester United versus Manchester City. We've arrived at the famous Manchester derby, and here things are serious, my friend. It's red versus blue, tradition versus modernity. Before the arrival of petrodollars in City, United owned the city. But everything changed with the purchase of the club by Sheikh Mansour in 2008. Now, this rivalry is one of the most intense in England, with City accumulating titles and imposing itself. There are 54 games in the Premier League, with 25 wins for United and 20 for City. The balance is shifting, but the tension remains the same. And who can forget the famous "Why Always Me" by Mario Balotelli or Wayne Rooney's bicycle kick? These moments only fuel the flame of this rivalry. Fourth place, Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur. Now let's move to North London, where Arsenal and Tottenham are locked in one of the fiercest rivalries in English football. The North London derby is more than just a game. It is a matter of honor. The Gunners, who moved from Woolwich to the north of the city in 1913, invaded Spurs territory, and since then, the rivalry has only grown. Want an example of how intense this dispute is? In 2004, Arsenal won the Premier League at the old White Hart Lane, Tottenham Stadium. And look guys, this game is always a box of surprises. There are 63 matches in the Premier League, 24 wins for Arsenal and 15 for Tottenham. And the statistics only prove how fierce this duel is, with 17 penalties converted and 8 red cards for each side. Here, drama is guaranteed. Third place, Manchester United versus Liverpool. Now, let's move on to the clash between Manchester United and Liverpool. What is considered the biggest rivalry in English football? It's the classic of classics. There's no way to talk about the Premier League without remembering these two giants. They dominate English football at different times, and every time they face each other, it's as if the world stops. There are 63 games in the Premier League, with 25 wins for United and 19 for Liverpool. And if we talk about goals, Liverpool are even ahead, with 84 goals compared to 81 for United. But what makes this duel special is the story behind it. The epic clashes, like the 7-0 that Liverpool applied to United in 2023, the Red Devils' biggest defeat in the Premier League. Not to mention the atmosphere of rivalry between the fans, which is simply priceless. Second place, Liverpool versus Manchester City. Now, get ready for one of the most modern clashes, but already full of stories. Liverpool against Manchester City. This rivalry was born in recent years, and it's not for nothing, you know? The two teams have dominated English football, sharing titles and playing epic games. There are 54 Premier League meetings, with 21 wins for Liverpool and 12 for City. And look guys, these numbers say a lot, but what really highlights this clash are the tactical battles between Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, two of the greatest coaches in world football. Each game is a spectacle, football lesson, and the tension is growing more and more, whether at the Etihad or Anfield. This duel has already become a modern classic. In first place, Manchester United x Arsenal. Finally, we reach the top of our list, and it couldn't be any other match. Manchester United versus Arsenal. This is the showdown that defined an era. From the late 1990s to the early 2000s, United and Arsenal fought epic battles, deciding titles and writing one of the most glorious histories of the Premier League. The rivalry between Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger was something out of this world. Who doesn't remember the famous fight in the Highbury Tunnel? Or Arsenal's famous invasion of Old Trafford in 2002, where the Gunners won the Premier League. There are 63 games in the Premier League, with 29 wins for United and 21 for Arsenal. But above all, this confrontation is a consequence of determination, character, and that feeling that only the best can win. Each game is a battle that goes down in history. These were the 10 biggest rivalries in the Premier League. And look guys, each one of them has a special flavor, a reason to make us love football even more. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with everyone. And of course, don't leave without watching the next video that appears on the screen. Let's continue on this incredible journey through the world of football. See you next time, guys.